Hi everyone, hope you're doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, there are so many questions that have been raised by farmers over the subsidized fertilizer, the quality of this fertilizer. It has turned out to be something different from the expectation of farmers. People are being supplied with the stones and other things, donkey poo and all that. Those are the questions that have been raised by many farmers. So with this move and the kind of criticism that the government is facing on that program, we saw Dennis Itumbi coming out gang blazing in a funeral in an attempt to defend the government as far as the issue of fake fertilizer is concerned. And before the PS for Agriculture suspend this program, this is what Dennis Itumbi said in defense of that program. Listen to him shortly.
Good fertilizer, the demand for fertilizer has gone up by 200,000 acres. If it was bad fertilizer, demand would not have gone up. And finally, my friend Senator from Kitui said, "Iyo ni mawe na mavi ya punda." I'm lucky to have grown up in Moya, where we bring up donkeys. Na hata mavi ya punda tuitumia kama fertilizer. But that said, let me finish by saying that there is a verse in Genesis chapter 5, verse 27, that writes about a man called Methuselah. And that's all we know about Methuselah. Hatukuna kitu ingine, tunajua tu alizaliwa na akaishi miaka 696.
Now, Dennis Itumbi's argument is very weak. That if this fertilizer was fake fertilizer, then the demand would have not gone up. He's alleging that the demand for fertilizer has gone up by 200,000 acres. And if it was a bad fertilizer, the demand would have not gone up. That is his argument. Now, after this, then PS for Agriculture came out and shared a notice suspending distribution of NPK 10-26-10 fertilizer under subsidy program because the product is substandard. And this is what they have shared. Republic of Kenya, Minister of Agriculture and Livestock Development, State Department for Agriculture, Office of the Principal Secretary, dated 20th March 2024. Dear MD, reason, suspend distribution of NPK 10-26-10 fertilizer manufactured by Ken Chemical Ltd. The above matter refers following a spot visit by Ministry State led by Principal Secretary to counties and National Cereal and Produce Board stores. It was established that the above fertilizers being distributed under subsidy program may not meet the required standard as earlier indicated. They may not meet. Look at that. Your institution is requested to suspend the distribution of this fertilizer with the immediate effect from being issued to farmers. Additionally, you are required to carry out investigation to ascertain the specification of this fertilizer before being reintroduced the program. In the event the fertilizer is found not to be meeting specification, the supplier penalized and meet full cost. Yours, he has signed, Dr. Kiprono Rono, Principal Secretary, Cabinet Secretary, Minister of Agriculture and Livestock Department, Kilimo House. It has been copied to that ministry. Now, there is one thing that the PS did before he suspended this fertilizer. What did he do? He went across the counties visiting the National Cereal Board stores. And their finding was that the fertilizer being distributed under subsidy program may not meet the required standard as earlier indicated. That is their finding. So when you look at this notice, then what Dennis Itumbi is saying, it is a contradiction. And these are all serving the same government. So when you listen too much to Itumbi, his work is to defend the government even when they are wrong. So whoever trusts what Itumbi tells you, you must understand Dennis Itumbi's role in the government. Another person is Samson Ogola. Ogola is defending the government against the shadows and the imaginary enemies. And the reason is all about to cover up its incompetence. Because even after this was out, this is what Samson Ogola said in reaction to this. I agree with the Gordon Opio that the fake fertilizer, the fake subsidized fertilizer story is publicly engineered to water down the role subsidized fertilizer play toward the bumper harvest. Look at that. Who wrote this notice? But they still can defend the government. Now we are continuing this panel discussion, but just a quick request. For those who are watching and you have not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing. To our returning subscribers, I must say thank you so much. And again, to all our viewers, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much, and back to this discussion. Now, when you listen to all this kind of argument from Itumbi and other people, then what PS does. What you should understand is that PS is the engine of those ministries or a specific department of ministries. So when they talk, these are the people who have the experience, they're the people who have been employed because they have the knowledge that is required to run that specific ministry departments. So when Itumbi speak, you should understand. And when the PS speak, what he speak should be taken serious. So before he suspend this program, he has done a due diligence research. He has his findings, and that's why he has suspended, because they have now become suspicious that what has been given to the public, it might be the wrong product. This is how fertilizer millionaires are being created. Someone sat somewhere and they decided that they are going to dupe farmers by giving them compromised fertilizer. What they are giving us, it is soil, it is sand, there are stones in return for our money. So they say it's subsidized. They are selling fake fertilizer to earn money from us. So we are making millionaires and billionaires from fertilizer. And before this, farmers had made a lot of noise, including those ones even from the shareholders' regions. And this is the reaction of farmers as far as this fertilizer is concerned. Listen to them also.
Mbolea ambao imeingia maraba, tumeanza kupata tena fake fertilizer, na hatujui serikali inafikiria nini. Alafu tupate, ndio tuende kama wakulima, ndio tuende kwa shamba kwa njia mzuri, tupate mavuno kwa njia mzuri. Saa hii tukiongea hivi, Wakulima wetu wamepata mbolea ambao ni mjanga, sio mbolea. Na hatujui serikali yetu tukufu itasema nini juu ya wakulima wetu. Na tunaomba, siku ya kupanda imechelewa. Na tungeomba serikali ya county na serikali ya national government watufikirie kama wakulima wa Tindret tupate mbolea, hasa vale hii ya Tindret ya Gabriel na Songo. Kwa jumla tupate mbolea serikali kwa bei mzuri, na tupate mbolea ile mzuri, isiwe mjanga.
It is a tragedy that such thing said by the government all over can be contrary to what we are seeing to the ground. If possible, let me plead to His Excellency the President William Ruto that the issue of quack or fake fertilizers be addressed in as soon as possible, so as farmers we can get quality fertilizers in this planting season. We are also not aware of whether this fertilizer will make, because if at all the fertilizers given out in the National Cereals Board are not that quality, and then we can soon come to the stage where we cannot manage quality production. Hence, it may lead to anger. And that is what Mr. President says always, that we are out to the solution of. But let there be a scrutinization in the cereals board, so the fertilizers getting inside the cereals board will be checked for their quality. Employ a human resource on the checkup of the same, so that as farmers of Tinderet, as farmers of Kibukwo can be ascertained to have the quality fertilizers. If a quarter or a half the farmers will get the fake fertilizers, and then it is frightening that the production may lower and hence cause hunger